Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Thanks a lot for coming today. I'm really proud to have you all here. You know, he was very social, and anybody who knew our family and hung around when we were on Boxwood, the Christmas parties we used to have were just incredible. You know, there were people from, and still going. They're still going, but they were nothing like those days, because there were so many people that our family got it that knew, you know, and because we were so big, we outreached everywhere. So when people would move away, they would still come back for the parties on Christmas, you know, and it was really amazing to be there at that time, you know. We got a picture in one of these slideshows that shows the whole family at the last Christmas, and you know, they're just such a special time. It's going to be tough going through Christmas without them. You know, when I was born, Dad was a little older. You know, you know, I tried sports. I'm the music guy. I'm not a big sports person. You know, I tried. I didn't do too well, and. But, you know, he loved having us go to karaoke up at the lake. You know, down here I got to hang out with them and go to Vegas. And, you know, we'd just do the birthdays. And I think he came to a few of my games. And we'd go to Vegas and just had great times. You know, I remember a couple times he went up in the, we'd always stay at the Circus. And we go upstairs to the carnival part of that hotel where you could win stuffed animals, and he would go up there from time to time and hang out. And
he was saving money.
He was definitely, yeah, he must have been at his limit. So he just had to go up there and have a little time, because, you know, he knew we were going to be there a couple more days. So he was smart like that too. He always had a reservoir, and if he went through that, he wasn't gambling anymore that day. Which I learned that from him too. So, other things is the karaoke up at Silverwood was great, and God, he loved that. And we'd go up and go dance. You know, at the karaoke up there, it was right when karaoke started becoming really big, and our neighbor had a machine, and he would go to the bars up there, and you know, people would be dancing to the karaoke and everything, and it was just really nice, and they had a patio boat out there, and he went out a few times, but he didn't really care for that. You know, mom liked that one a little bit more, and little fishing off the dock and stuff like that. But you know, he taught me a lot of things. He taught me how to. He showed me how to be a good person and how to treat people. He showed me how to be a son. You know, seeing him, you know, hit Grandma and Grandpa out at least Grandma out a couple times, and we went and visited, and you know, he was a great son to them, and I could see that, and really lucked out to learn these things. I managed to stay out of trouble pretty much, you know, not in every field. Nobody does that, and if you do, then I don't know how you do it. But you know, he showed me how to treat people and respect people, and I learned how to become a father, which I'll be soon, and I'm going to take these things that he taught me just by me watching him treat, you know, not only his close family, but you know, the nephews and nieces and the grandchildren and everyone that he came in contact. You know, Mom was really good at that too, but you know, Dad, when she left, Dad had to start a new life, you know, and you know, when I go up and visit him up there, he would cook breakfast, and he'd make steak and eggs, and make his O'Brien potatoes, and before that, he rarely did that. You know, Mom did all that. So it was really neat to see the transitions in life being around him. And even at the end, you know, he showed me how to leave this life with dignity. And I'll never forget how he just, I don't know if he knew exactly it was time for him to leave, but you could feel that something was going to change. And he knew how to let things go. He knew how to not drive anymore when his eyes became too hard for him to see. go to the ball games anymore because the stairs were too much for him, and the seats were too hard. And he was comfortable with that. He couldn't go on the cruises as much. And it's amazing because most people I see, they'll keep doing it until they fall or something, and then they have to. But he just seemed to let go of things a lot easier. And if anything, I remember him for that, and I will take that with me, and I'll try to do the best I can. Again, thank you for coming. Dad was great. I love him so much, and Mom and Dad are getting together again. And thanks a lot. I mean, what a great family we have. All this going on. Just everything going on. This transition has been so smooth, and everybody coming and sending flowers and cards and Facebooking and all that stuff. God, I love that Facebook. I wish Dad could have gotten some of that. I think he might have enjoyed it, but probably not. I doubt it. I better not get crazy on that. And thanks for the bagpipe player and CR for helping us with this projecting and just making this a real easy thing to go through. You don't know how much all you people that are here and the people who couldn't make it have touched our family, and how grateful we are to have you all in our lives. So to Al Green, to our dad, love him dearly, and a guy who served our country and just did so many great things that I'm sure none of us will be able to duplicate. Thank you.
I'm Robbie, referred to by my cousins in California. I'm the oldest nephew. Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Okay. There we go. I just got a couple quick little stories I want to share with you. You guys made me think of some things about Uncle Al that I hadn't thought about, in a number of years. But the one about Vegas, we had a couple family reunions in Vegas where we'd all meet out there and have a real good time. And I remember one year when Uncle Al didn't do too well at the gambling tables, and he's getting ready to go home, and he's flat broke, and we're standing out in the parking lot, and he says, "Oh, just a minute." We're saying goodbye to everybody, and he goes to the trunk and he opens the trunk up, and he reaches up underneath the tire, lifts it up, pulls out a $20 bill. I said, "Well, I always keep 20 bucks just in case I can't get home from Vegas." Another little story about Uncle Al that when I was a little boy, they were still living in Michigan, and he was a real good athlete, and he and my dad and Uncle Billy all played on what they used to call blooper ball, which is like slow pitch today. Had a great big plate, and the winning team every year was awarded the opportunity the following year to play in the first game, which was donkey baseball. And they would bring donkeys out, and all the players would have to sit on a donkey. They'd hit the ball, and play the whole game in this donkey baseball. Well, Uncle Al was the shortstop. He was the best athlete on the team, and he was the shortstop. And they were so proud this year that they were going to get to play because they'd won the year before. And they bring out all the donkeys, and they bring out one little Shetland pony about this. And who gets to ride the Shetland pony? The shortstop. So he's looking at the Shetland pony, but he sat on that damn Shetland pony. I'll never forget, both legs were drooped on the side. He didn't even touch the Shetland pony. I don't remember if they lost or won, but they had a great time. So, he was quite a man, a pretty special guy. He, I think, was obviously the glue of the family. He kept all of us together. All of us kids, nephews and nieces, are extremely close, spent a lot of years together. Even though we've been apart in distance and time, we still are really close. And I think a lot of that was drawn from Uncle Al and my dad and my Uncle Bill. So thank you very much for your time. And, appreciate it.
Hello. I'm a fifth oldest granddaughter. daughter, Kelsey. Just a couple of quick things about Grandpa. Probably about 2 years ago or something, a year ago, one day we were sitting outside, obviously smoking cigarettes, and he called me over. We're having our little chats that we have, and he was like, Kelsey, you know, I'm wondering when are you gonna, you know, have a baby? I was like, Grandpa, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but probably not gonna be me anytime soon. And then Sarah, thank you very much for getting me off the hook with that one. Appreciate it. But really, actually, going in and seeing him, I was really, really lucky to see him on his last day. I went in and my dad told me that when he told Grandpa that I was coming in, that he was like, oh, should I change or dress up? And my dad was like, oh no, you look great. And I came in and he was like, oh, Kelsey's there. I was like, hi, Grandpa. And he was like, he opened his eyes and he was like, oh, Kelsey, you look so beautiful. You look like a movie star. And I was like, all hungover. I looked like terrible. And I was like, but Grandpa. And he was like, oh, you look great. And I was like, oh, that's why I love you. But being around him in his last day and seeing how, like, I saw, like, my aunts and uncles all within a matter of, you know, a couple hours, and I'm just seeing, like, him surrounded by so many people that love him, and he's just so blessed to have, like, you know, the 7 kids and all his grandchildren and the great-grandkids. I'm just like, wow, I may, like, these little moments may have changed my mind into having, like, a larger whole family. So I feel very, like, blessed. I didn't know it was something going to change something about myself, but Grandpa has always been just amazing. I've always loved talking to him, so thank you all for being here, and we all love him, and I love you all. And yeah, let's have fun.
We have a slideshow presentation that my wife put together, and it's amazing, and she put a lot of work into it to do it just the right way. So I hope you enjoy it, and I just wanted to thank my wife, and I love her so, and she's been really great. She's a great wife. She helped me through a lot of this stuff, just like all of it. All right, thank you.